Alright guys, so we have something a little different, not too much. So this right here is Mary Daniel Bridge. We are off of Mary Daniel Road right now in Highland Home, Alabama. Now, I've always heard about this bridge just because my uncle, he's married to my mom's sister. He's from around this area. They always talked about coming out to this bridge and just hanging out, and it's supposed to be haunted by Mary Daniel herself. So the story goes is that I guess she wrecked and her baby died somewhere off of this. Like I said, this is a really low bridge right here. But the story goes is she died, her and her baby. Now there's a lot of conflict, so every time I try to research this one, there are several different stories. One is that it was in a car and the baby didn't have a car seat because it was back in the day, so the baby was thrown from the car, and that's why she haunts this bridge, is that she's looking for it. Then there's also one where I pulled up for research, and this lady was talking about she was a distant relative of her grandmother, and her grandmother said it was a wagon. That she was in a wagon and pretty much the same thing, went off the bridge and died. So I'm not sure if it was in a car or a wagon, but this bridge, which is in the middle of nowhere, and that is so weird. My camera just died, my other one. Let's see. But that was, she died, and apparently she's not in the cemetery. Her baby is in the cemetery, but she's not. But she has a head marker or headstone. So I'm not sure on that one. And like I said, there's a lot of, different variations of stories with her. But one thing is for sure, there was a lady named Mary Daniel. She did die, her and her baby. Ooh, that was weird. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was... So I'm the only one. My car is running back here. My husband's sitting in it. So that was really weird. So I am going to turn on GhostTube and do a little EVP session. And then a little bit later, we're going to try to find the cemetery that's around here, which, like I said, they say she's not buried there, but she has a headstone, but her baby is. And then there's another story that I got from another local that lives down the road, that he says that there's a house that can't be finished. Like, it's half built. They started building it, and all the workers disappeared. Like, they won't work on it, and they say that it's haunted by her. And then I've found other research stories. There's another story saying pretty much the same thing, but there said that her house, Mary Daniel's house, was originally in that spot, and when it got torn down to build the new house, that's, same thing, ran the workers off. So we're going to try to find that one in the daytime. But let me see if I can switch to ghost. I keep hearing something popping, like really loud. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. But let me switch to GhostTube, my GhostTube app, and let's see if we can catch something. Okay, we are back with the GhostTube app. Ooh. And we're going to see if we can communicate. So Mary Daniel is supposed to haunt this bridge. Is anyone here? Is Mary Daniel here? They say, I keep hearing something over here. So the story, see, there it was again. I'm not sure what that is. But they say that you can see a lady in white. And that you can also feel her. Like you get a really weird feeling, which I'm getting.
Coffin.
Oh shit, oh sorry, excuse me. That scared me. Coffin.
Grandmother.
Coffin grandmother. That legit, like, totally made me jump so bad. Because this thing has been absolutely silent, and then the first word is coffin. But you definitely do get like a really kind of creepy, I don't want to get too close to the side. Is anyone here? Anybody? Is Mary Daniel? Trying to see if Mary Daniel is here. The story goes is that you and your baby went off this bridge and you both died. Is that true? I think it's awful. There it goes again. It's almost like a bucket's being hit. Like if you take a stick and hit a bucket, and it makes that like hollow ting noise. And that's what I keep hearing.
Hug.
Hug? Do you want a hug? I mean, I seriously right now, when I say you get a weird, creepy feeling, you really do. Like, I don't want to walk to the sides of the bridge. Like, I get a bad feeling when I go near them. That's kind of why I want to stay in the center. And I don't know if it's just because it is a low bridge.
Jared.
Jared? Who's Jared? I was looking for Mary. So I was looking to see if Mary's still looking for her baby, because that's the story, is that they both died and she doesn't know where her baby's at.
Man. Albert.
A man, Albert? Who's Albert? Like, if you ever have, like, the feeling of the hair on the back of your neck standing up. That's what I have right now. And like I said, I don't know if it's just because knowing the bridge is so low and it's so dark here in the middle of nowhere, but I really get a really, really heavy feeling. It's so weird. And I'm walking backwards just so the light from the car isn't right into the screen.
What happened to me?
What happened to you? Is this Mary? From what I understand, Mary, is that Box? Is that you and your baby both died off this bridge. There was some accident. And like I said, I get two stories. One was a car, and one was you're in a wagon. But y'all went off this bridge and you both died, and that you're still trying to find your baby. Is that true? So I don't understand, if they both died, why wouldn't she be in the cemetery and only her baby? Could they not find her? I mean, this is a creek, so it's not like a big river. I don't think it's like a deep creek. I could be wrong. Can you tell me what happened to you? Like I hear something like moving down there. Like I said, I get a really bad feeling walking up to the edge. I almost feel like I'm going to be pushed. But that just could be because I'm freaking myself out.
False.
False? What's false? Being pushed? Are you here, Mary? I think I'm going to switch over to my Vox app, which is kind of like a Necrobox. And it goes through the white noise. So Mary, if you're here, you can talk into my phone, this little black box that I'm holding right here. You can talk.
Grandmother.
Grandmother? That's twice you've mentioned grandmother. I was talking.
Haunted.
Haunted? This bridge, is it haunted? It's supposed to be haunted by you. And like I said, I absolutely feel like something's about to like jump out at me. And I don't know if I'm like scaring myself. But the people talk about how all my research, and even talking to the local guy, They talk about the feeling you get.
What is happening?
What do you mean, what is happening? I'm asking you to speak into my phone. I was wanting to know if you're still looking for your baby. Are you here? I think I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my Vox. Like I said, that's like a white noise. I can speak into it and it comes through the white noise. So Mary, yeah, anytime you can still speak into my phone. I can hear you.
NFL.
Mary, are you here? Or is there someone else here? Okay, well, my husband honked at me because there's a car coming up. So we're gonna try to see if maybe we can find the cemetery now. Alright, so we are going back in the daytime to Mary Daniel Bridge. I had to leave last night after my husband gave me a heart attack for honking the horn at me. But we had another car coming up. So we are heading back out there to see if we can find the cemetery and the half-built house that they were talking about. So. All right, so we are back at Mary Daniel Bridge. Like I said, still kind of creeped out to stand too close to the side of it. But here it is. It's down this long dirt road. I mean, even during the daytime, it's still kind of creepy out here. And down here is where I kept hearing that popping noise. Looks pretty fast moving. Looks like maybe at one time it might have had guardrails or something. Looks like a lot of people throw trash over here. You could definitely see how someone could have went off the side over here. I would actually think a lot of people probably have went off the sides over here. Okay, let me see if I can turn on the ghost tube. All right, we're back at Mary Daniel Bridge, looking for Mary Daniel herself.
Pagan.
Pagan? Are you talking about me? I could have sworn last night you said my name on the Vox. Came through on the Vox app. I'm still trying to see if Mary Daniel is here. She's the one that's supposed to be haunting this bridge. So we came back during the daytime.
Who is he? Clock.
Who is he? The guy that's back there by the car? That's my husband. Are you talking about Jared or Albert that they were saying last night? So Mary Daniel, are you here? Or is there someone else here? A lot of butterflies. Look at a
Stalker.
Stalker? Do I have a stalker or am I the stalker? Trying to see if Mary Daniel is here. They sometimes call her the Lady in White because when people do see her apparition, they say she's dressed all in white and she's a white glowing figure. But I could have sworn last night you said my name, someone said my name through the Vox. So I'm going to try to turn back on the Vox and see if my name comes through again. Is anybody here? Anyone like to say anything? We're about to leave and go see if we can find the cemetery.
Thanks for your.
Thanks.
Find it.
Find it? You want me to find the cemetery? Because we couldn't find anything in the dark. But on the way here, we think we saw something that's up in the wooded.
I find that hard to.
We think might be a cemetery. We saw a fence line, like a chain link fence off a path. So we're going to go check that out. We didn't see a cemetery last night anywhere, but then again, it was really dark.
Those John.
So if anyone wants to say anything, go ahead and speak into this little box. I'm walking back to the car now to see if we can go find. What was that? Looks like someone threw out some paint. There's a little paint can down there. Look at these butterflies.
And the buck.
What was that?
Yeah. Had to do.
Alright, well, I'm about to leave here to go see if we can find the cemetery. So if there's anything anyone would like to say, now's your time.
Perfect.
What was that? Alright, we are off to go find the cemetery now and the half-built house that they say no one can finish. Alright, so we found the cemetery, and this was just by chance because we happened to look up as we were driving by and saw a fence, and we decided to come back. If it was someone's driveway, we were just going to back out, but it is a cemetery, a small one that is overgrown. So I'm going to switch on. This is supposed to be a very haunted cemetery as well, and this is the one where Mary Daniel, at least her headstone is supposed to be. Okay, so we are at the cemetery where Mary Daniel's headstone or body or baby is supposed to be. And up, we have Mary Daniel, 1846 to unknown. So a car would have definitely been out of the picture for as far as driving off the bridge and dying. A wagon definitely would sound more to the story. So we have Harriet, 1816 to 1899. So Mary's 1846 to unknown. And like I said, there's what? Up? What about up? Then we have 1808 to 1899. Now, like I said, the story is that she went off the bridge with her baby, and one story said a car, one story said a wagon from someone's grandmother that was related to them. This is another Daniel. This must be definitely the Daniel family cemetery. But then another story I was researching said that she died at 64 in 1911. It's 1934 right there, 1861. And so 64 in 1911, 46, I mean, or maybe is it her baby died? Maybe they went off the thing. But it's definitely urban legend as to her. Well, here's a baby. Here would be a baby. 1890 from January to July.
Where am I?
I'm not sure where you are. She would have been around the wrong age for this one if this one was her baby right here. 1890 to 1890. It's 1852 to 1936. And then the story goes is that they have a headstone for her, but she is actually not here. Even her family members, even the ones that were commenting that I was reading, except there's a headstone right here, no one's really sure what happened to her. Just the fact that someone has died. Someone died, and here's another baby. And this would be a 2-year-old, 1885 to 1887. So this is definitely an urban legend. Obviously, some of the people's names are definitely real. Can't really see anything on that one. But that's what the story goes, is that she and her baby died. Now this is a Rogers, 72 to 78. That's still another, that's a kid. And here's a Rogers, it looks like. (1874), June to July. But last night on the bridge was definitely a very creepy experience. It's another Daniel, 1846 to 1895. For this to be a haunted cemetery, though, it's awful quiet. See, this is 1911. And then 1900 to 1902. That's daughter of Thomas, last name Thomas. And these are all, excuse me, that's the infant son of Thomas. Infant. So there are 4 infant grave. Yes, I'm at their graves. And this has just got one date. So this is possibly 5 infant graves of the Thomas family. I was trying to see if Mary Daniel herself was here. Buried? She is buried here? Is it just a myth that she's not and it's just a headstone? So you're saying she is buried here? And this is a Thomas Tobias, 1856 to unknown. So I'm just wondering about the unknowns. Is she buried somewhere else? And here's another Thomas. So this looks like the Thomas and the Daniel family. 1839 to 1931. And this just says John H. Daniel, Civil War vet. Well, I'm going to turn on the Vox, because for this to be the haunted cemetery, so it looks like the last person we buried here was in 1957. I think the earliest I've seen someone born was 1809 or something like that. So let's try the Vox now. Is anyone here? Anyone want to say anything? I came looking for Mary Daniel. She's supposed to be the woman in white that haunts the bridge. Is that true? Or is it another family member? And it said that she lost her baby. There's definitely children here that would have fit that description.
The NFL.
Get a what? What was that? What was that again? And there's sunken parts that I'm wondering if those are graves. Like right here is a sunken area that could be a grave, as well as right here next to this area, next to those. And this looks like it could be. What was that? The 5 Thomas children. Four of them just says infant sons. There's 3 just infant sons. 1 daughter that has 1823. Which that wouldn't make sense if that's 1823.
From his seat.
Okay, so these 4 are the same family, and that one's a different one because that Verona Thomas, 1900 to 1902, is the daughter of J.L. Thomas, and these are the children of H.C. Thomas. Well, all right, well, we were just trying to see if Mary Daniels was here. Or if any of the Thomas or Daniel family would like to speak. Because someone said my name last night. Or was that someone completely different? Well, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little adventure we went on. I'm definitely an urban legend, but with the names of real people. Now, I can't tell you which story is correct, but there was definitely a Mary Daniels. What was that? So definitely a Mary Daniels. Going over the bridge on a wagon sounds more realistic than a car. As to whether or not she had a baby die. There are definitely children here that would fit the time frame for her.
Darn it.
What was that? So I'll let you make your decisions. What do you think? Drop me a comment down below. Drop me a comment below if you know the story or what story you've heard. Was that a laugh? Are you laughing about that? All right, guys. Thanks.